Hello, my dudes. Welcome back to Previously Gifted. I'm back. I said I would make a podcast now every 2 weeks. Am I late? Yes. But am I here? Yes. And that is what is more important, right? It's about showing up eventually. You know? So today I actually do have a prompt for today's podcast, which is rare. I want to go through the goals that I made for myself for 2019. I saw Hannah Witten do this type of thing on her vlog channel. She was talking about basically the goals that she set and whether she has accomplished them or if she's on the way. So I thought this would be interesting. It is close to the end of the year, in case you haven't been told yet. It's November, scary, and I like a little bit of self-reflection. I like checking up on myself, seeing if I have actually done any of the things that I told myself to do earlier in the year. You know, your optimistic January self who's like, bitch, this is your year. You're gonna get shit done. And I will tell you, I have gotten some shit done this year. So yeah, I'm just going to jump right in and chat through my goals and where I am with them. Here we go. My lips are chapped. Why did I start the podcast without putting on chapstick? Well, actually, no. So this is actually my side table, which is where some chapstick is, but it's on the other side of this. I move it from over there. Every time I have to film, I have to rearrange my room because I don't have enough furniture, but it's fine. It's fine. I don't need chapstick. I don't need it. Yeah, okay, hold on a second. I didn't even put this as one of my goals because I never thought it would be possible, but I will tell you guys, I think I mentioned this in my last podcast. I'm on a hydration challenge, okay? I'm trying to learn how to drink water on a daily basis, a good amount of water, the right amount of water. And so on my hydration journey, I was doing really well, and I'm really sad about it. I successfully hit my hydration goals just in water for 2 weeks. And then I had an off day, and then I had to go to a wedding last weekend. And let's just say I was drinking more wine than water. So I missed it those 2 days, and I feel like since then it's thrown me off. But one thing I will say about hydration is that I thought that my eternally colorless and dry lips were from dehydration, which maybe they still are. I don't know. But I kind of have the feeling now that everyone just is always applying chapstick. And that's the only way to get nice lips. Is that true? I don't know. If any of you have naturally moisturized lips, rude, but also tell me your tips because I'm tired of this. But also, this is the first time that I've spoken to someone today. Actually, that's not true. I went to Starbucks and I got my iced latte. So I did speak to someone hours ago. Yeah, but that was it. Oh, and then I FaceTimed my brother. Whatever. I was trying to say I haven't used my mouth for speaking yet, and I should have probably tried that before jumping into the podcast. It doesn't matter. Let's get into it. First goal of 2019 was, drumroll, read 25 books. Wow, what a goal. Here's the thing. Let's fucking talk about it. There are so many airplanes, and they're so loud, and I get tired of it every time. Doesn't matter. So last year, at the end of the year, okay, this doesn't make sense. Last October or November-ish through January, to be exact, nobody cares, but I'm going to be exact. I was in England. Do you guys remember? So I was in England with my boyfriend and his family, and at that time, I finally had the chance and unlimited free time to read books. I've always been a reader. I love reading. So quirky. But you know how it is. As you get older and especially being in school, if you have assigned reading, it's really hard to want to read for fun. And then, we just naturally pick up our phones or watch something instead of reading typically. But I do know how much I do enjoy a good book or 25. So I read probably a good number of books, way more than I had in the past years, during my time in England. And I was like, you know what? I'm back, bitch. I'm a reader. I'm going to be that girl who's always carrying a book around. Can I tell you guys a little anecdote? Of course I can. This is my podcast. I had a crush in 8th or 9th grade, and I used to go to the beach with my friends, and this must have been 8th grade actually. I had been reading Harry Potter for the first time ever. My friend recommended it, and I finally cracked, and then I realized I love Harry Potter. So I was in the middle of reading one of the books, brought it to the beach with me. What's better than reading on the beach? Like, that is my ideal activity. I don't want to swim. I don't want to play catch. I'm just going to lay here, try to not get sunburned, and read this book. Even though it's such a struggle to try to hold a book up while you're laying, but whatever. So I was reading Harry Potter, and this guy came over that I had a crush on, and I was like being sassy and being like, oh, sorry, gotta go. I just want to get back to reading. And I just remember him like continuously poking fun at that moment for like the next few years. He was like, remember that time where you didn't want to talk to me because you wanted to get back to your book? And I'm like, yes, it was Harry Potter, bitch. Like, of course. Anyway, I wanted to get back to that girl. I wanted to get back to the T-Ferg that's always carrying a book around instead of looking down at her damn phone. So this was my goal. 25 books in a year. That's a little more than $2 a month. And at that time, I thought it was possible. And it totally is doable. There are people who read like 50, 60, 70 books in a year. But also those are like booktubers. Those are like professional readers, you know? I am on Goodreads if you guys want to follow me. I don't know if my username is like Tiffany Ferg or what, but you can find me on there if you care to see my updates and like terrible reviews. I don't know how to write a book review. But 25 books. How have I done so far? Well, let me tell you, okay? I've not kept up with my pace. I have finished 7 books this year, which, hey, is honestly still probably the most amount of books I've read in a year, in years, you know? But the last book that I finished was Reincarnation Blues, and that was 6 months ago. Excuse me? So I read 7, the only 7 books I finished this year by, what, May to 6? Yeah, sure. 5, 6, 11, November, doing math. So I read 7 books in 5 months, and in 6 months since, I've done nothing. Actually, that's not true. I have been reading, I keep like reading books such as It. If you guys, you know, have you ever heard of it? Stephen King. The book is fat, dude. It is fat. And literally carrying it around is a pain. But I've brought it on so many trips and flights intending to read it, and then I never do because it's a fat book and it's not convenient to carry. So I am about 60% through with It, but that's still hundreds of pages left. So I need to do that. I think it's like 1,000 pages. I'm not even sure. So maybe 400 more pages. I wanted to initially finish reading It by the time that It Chapter 2, the movie, came out, and then that didn't happen. And I watched the movie and I liked it. But now I kind of have some spoilers, even though I know the movie's different than the book. But yeah, I need to finish It because I've put too much time into this to not finish it. I do enjoy it. The thing is, it's a little too spooky for my reading before bed, which is usually when I do the most reading. And then I don't want to take it like to school and read it on the subway because it's huge. So it's a tough book to physically carry and read. And then I also had to read part of the narrative of the life of Frederick Douglass for one of my classes. And so that's on my Goodreads like progress. And I think I'm about 60% done with that one too. And that's a tiny like quick read, but I just like have to finish it. So I'm like, okay, finish that, finish It. Good. That would mean 8, 9 books. And I'm actually in the middle of reading another book. My dear friend Mandy, I saw her, it must have been early this year, maybe April, I don't know. She let me borrow a bunch of her books. So I flew home with like 5 of her books, and then I didn't read them except Reincarnation Blues. But this is one that she let me borrow, which is called White Oleander by Janet Fitch. And she said she loves it. She said another one of our friends loves it. And finally I was like, you know what? I'm going to start it. See if I get hooked. Because if I get hooked on a good novel, I will be able to fly through it. So I started this a couple days ago. I'm halfway done with it. Just doing my reading, you know. So I'm 230 pages in. I'll probably get this finished hopefully in the next week or so if I'm slow. But this one I have taken on the subway. And I'll tell you, as I said, I love being that girl who's reading a book. I don't know if this is just me, but when I'm on the subway, I always look at people and what they're doing. And, most people are on their phones, whatever, that's normal. I watch a lot of YouTube videos on the subway. I'll just download them and then watch them, or I'll listen to podcasts. And then there are the people who don't even have headphones in and they're just sitting, not even sleeping. They're just sitting. And I'm like, how can anyone just sit and not listen to something? It's horrible. I always need some kind of stimulation. I always need some kind of something to listen to. It's really bad. Sometimes I'm listening to videos and I don't even realize that it's stressing me out. And then I pause it and I'm like, oh, thank God it's quiet finally. I'm like, why am I trying to think and do things while listening to a video when I could just be quiet and listen to my thoughts? But anyway, it still blows my mind to see people doing nothing on the subway. I'm like, damn, are you meditating? Is this what this is? But then I see my favorite people, the people standing there, leaning against a bar, reading a good old book, bitch. And that's been me the last couple days. I will say nothing, no podcasts, no videos are more entertaining and a better way to spend my subway commute than reading a book. It's so satisfying to get into the book and just not think as much of oh, my commute's taking a long time. It doesn't take a long time, but still, it's a great way to spend my little moments on the train. And I like being that girly who's just, I'm my backpack and my book. I have to keep my book in my hand because I love reading it at every spare moment. These are the things I'm thinking about. I'm imagining people seeing me and being like, wow, that bitch reads. That's cool. Does anybody else get what I mean? I don't know. I just love books and I love reading. That is a very long-winded response to this first question. I promise they are not all going to be this annoying. My goal of 25 books in 2019 is not going to happen because of my lapse in everything. I will say though, I'll give myself a little bit of a break because I've been in school. I've had a lot of reading to do for my classes, and those aren't books. They're just random articles or little pieces. One thing I will say, shout out to the CUNYs. Most of my classes are zero cost classes, so we don't have textbooks, which is great. You don't have to pay to buy those stupid ass textbooks. But the teachers collect, they essentially make their own textbook by combining chapters and pieces and articles and just uploading them online. I don't love reading things online. It's kind of annoying. But it's also convenient because I can just read it on my phone on my way to class. But anyway, I have been doing some reading, but it's not book reading. It's not pleasure reading. It's required and probably just skimming through dense academic articles. So that's that. What's a reasonable new goal for the end of the year? If I finish all of these, that would be 10 books. Can I do another 2 by the end of 2019? I think I could. Okay. Could I make my goal 12 books for 2019? Maybe. We'll see you. That's my gavel. Adjourned. Okay, so my next goal for 2019 was to create sustainable merch. I said thrifted, then customized by hand, ? So yeah, here's the thing. Everything conflicts me. It's hard being I don't know. Obviously, you guys know I try not to be materialistic. I try not to overconsume, but obviously I do shop. I do need things. I'm definitely not a minimalist, but as a creator, merch is a big part of the average YouTuber's income. but I don't love merch. First of all, I feel like I've never been able to design great merch. I mean, my last merch I worked with, have I done 2 merch designs? No. My last merch, I had an artist design and she did amazing, but I just think it's hard to create merch that's like people want, especially adults. Like, we're adults here. We're not like 12-year-olds who would wear like my face on a shirt, and I wouldn't want somebody to do that right now. But yeah, YouTube merch has kind of changed from the very like obvious, like, that's so and so's merch, that's their face, that's their catchphrase, to like more like a clothing line designed by their creator. So I don't know. I'm not good at designing things in the first place, but I was like, I don't want to contribute to the waste of like a t-shirt, especially if it's not wearable. So I was like, if I ever were to design, say, shirts or, I don't know, hats, tote bags, like, I would want them to be as sustainable and ethical as possible, but also I don't want them to be expensive. So it's like, how do you create sustainable, ethical, affordable merch that looks good, that's actually usable and wearable and won't be a waste? That's my conflict. So that was why I had that idea to like thrift t-shirts or whatever. And then I guess I would have to sell them like individually because they would all be slightly different, and then pay to get them like printed or whatever, hopefully at a sustainable place. But clearly I have not had the time to figure that out. Yeah, I don't know. It's tough. I mean, that's the thing about being conflicted in being a YouTuber and also being like a little bit more conscious. I don't want to call people out and say that people who have merch are like not conscious, but when I'm personally like invested in promoting things like not being wasteful, I don't want to then be like, buy my stupid t-shirts, like you're gonna wear it once and then never touch it again. Like, I don't need to sell that, even though it could make me fat coin, you know? But also I think having an older audience, we're not old, but again, we're not like if you're a YouTube stan and you're like a teenager, say, you'll probably be more enthusiastic about merch than like someone in their 20s, 30s, 40s, you know? So that's that. Anyway, have not done that. That's it. Third goal, quit drinking soda. Yes, that's an interesting one. It's funny that I did not put like my hydration goals on here because I've been trying to drink water, as I've mentioned, for years, and I have not been good at it. I think I'm going to make a video on my vlog channel or something about my hydration journey, which is such a hilarious thing to say. First of all, the word journey is just so overused and gross sounding now. It's like, oh, this is my journey. Drinking water every day should not be a journey, but for me it is. So I do want to make a video about what it's been like, the changes I've noticed, the difficulty in drinking water every day, whatever. This is really making you guys very tempted to, excuse me, what just happened? I'm scared. I thought that my GarageBand popped up with something, and I could have sworn it said something about AirPods, and my AirPods are in the living room, and I'm like, is a ghost opening my AirPods case and that's being sent to my computer? What's happening? I don't know. I'm scared. It's fine. The goal, quit drinking soda. I have not quit it outright, but I have said no to soda a lot more. In recent years, I haven't been a huge soda drinker, but say Nathan and I go to Chipotle or we go to Blaze. I call it Blase. Stupid. We'll usually like share a soda together. So it's like, it's not a lot of soda, but also every time I drink soda, I'm like, this is just carbonated syrup water. And why am I doing this? To me and my teeth, you know? But then I'm like, oh, Dr. Pepper sounds so good right now. So I do occasionally still have it. I got Chipotle alone the other night, and I bawled out that time because Nathan's not here right now. And usually we have like Chipotle Friday nights, and we've been cutting out the soda. We've just been getting our bowls and burritos. But I went to Chipotle by myself. I got my bowl, I got chips, and I got a drink. I was like, wow, I'm being gluttonous today. Because usually I try to cut out the extra things, because like even just a bowl is filling on its own. I don't need chips. I don't need soda. I need to drink water. Anyway, that's that goal. I have not done it, but I would say I have improved. I don't know if I really want to 100% cut out soda. Would I be better? Yeah, probably, but like marginally. Is it worth it? No, maybe. It's a good way to save money, because I remember being, I don't know, in high school, and one of my friends was like, my friend cut out like anything but water, and he's saved so much money because every time you go somewhere, instead of spending $2 or $3 on a drink, you just get a water cup. So you're saving that amount of money every time, and then you're automatically that much healthier because you're just drinking water. And I remember thinking that and being like, wow, that sounds like a really good idea. And then never trying it myself. So yeah. Next one, also in the realm of wellness, gym 3 times per week. That was a totally arbitrary goal. I've never been good at going to the gym regularly. Oh, there it is. GarageBand is scanning your system for audio devices and has detected a device named Tiffany's AirPods. I don't want to use this. Of course not. Why is it detecting my AirPods? My AirPods are not in this room. I'm scared. I need to stop being scared of technology. It's just weird. I'm like, why are you doing this, GarageBand? Stupid. Oh, wait, was it connected? Whatever. Gym 3 times a week. Anyway, I have been paying for a gym membership. Nathan and I have a gym nearby, and I definitely don't go 3 times a week most weeks. Sometimes we do, but life. I really have no excuse. I have been getting better. I'd say in the past 2 months I've worked out more, but like today I could have gone to the gym this morning. Tomorrow I could. Will I? We'll see. I have these new Girlfriend Collective leggings and a new sports bra. I have worn them to the gym. I think I've tried them out. They're comfy. I'm wearing it right now. But anyway, like there are days where I have class like in the afternoon to where I could go to the gym in the morning and have plenty of time to like shower and get ready. But I'm just lazy. So that goal is still a work in progress. I'm going to pause it here. Stop detecting my AirPods. Idiot. It's like my computer's trying to like brag about the fact that I have AirPods, you know? Like, we get it. Actually, they were gifted to me by Nathan. Nathan got them for me for my birthday. And for a while I was like, I don't need AirPods, but I did borrow his for a long time and I got used to them and I was like, damn, these are convenient. Like, for a bitch who sits, I need to stop calling myself a bitch. For a nice lady who listens to a lot of YouTube videos, AirPods are nice because I can like walk away and still be listening without carrying my phone in my hand as I usually do. Anyway, I'm going to take a break and then we'll get back to my other goals of the year. Thanks. And we're back. I did grab my AirPods from the other room. I thought maybe bringing them closer would like alleviate their separation anxiety and maybe stop them from alerting GarageBand to remind me of their existence. I almost got through a sentence without messing it up, and then I did. Okay, so we're back to my goals. Gym, Parent Plus loans. I had a few financial goals for the year, of course. I had written down my highest total, my end of 2018 balance, and my goal balance for 2019. But I will say that I also on my goals had a goal to pay off my one of my credit cards, which was like my credit card with the main highest balance. So yeah, I had not even thought that in 2019 I could pay off all of my credit card debt. So that's great. I have exceeded a goal there, but that makes sense as to why I guess I was hoping to pay off like $4,000 of my Parent Plus loans, and then my other credit card was about $5,000. So it's kind of the same amount that I did pay off, but I decided to do all the credit card debt first and not focus so much on the loans yet until now. So at the end of 2018, the balance on the Parent Plus loans was about $9,000. And my goal balance for the end of 2019 was 5,000. So yeah, interesting. I did write down how much I've actually paid. I have paid down those loans by 900 this year. So it's down to about 8,000, which is still not bad. But how much can I pay off by the end of the year? Probably not a lot. I don't know what my income is going to be for December yet, so I need to be careful because I know that with the holiday season, I will probably be spending a lot more than I typically do. But maybe I could try and aim for paying off another 1,000. So that would bring my total Parent Plus loans down to 7,000 by the end of the year. That would be good. But again, cause for celebration because I paid off all of my credit card debt. I still can't believe it. Every time I say it out loud and like remind myself, I feel like I could cry. So what is this? Strings on me. This was a bad choice wearing all black. Sorry for those of you who are listening, but I'm wearing all black and it's not doing much for my pale face. Yeah, so financially, very, very exciting and successful year, which is fascinating. Next goal was learn to sew / embroider by sewing machine, ? I have not done this at all. I had a phase, I guess. I keep burping, which is annoying. I had a phase in the beginning of the year where I was like, I want to be more sustainable by like learning how to sew. So either I can alter clothes to make them fit me more perfectly, or I could just learn how to like make my own shit or whatever, make alterations. And yeah, I had a sewing machine in my cart and I was like, should I buy it? They're pretty expensive. It's at least like $200 for like a good, decent starter sewing machine. But my thing was, I was like, I don't know anything about how to use a sewing machine. And I could use something like Skillshare to learn. But I was like, maybe I'd want to join like a sewing class because I feel like it would just be better to be in like a physical group with an actual teacher and be able to watch in person. So I don't know. That's still something that I'm definitely interested in doing. And I was gonna buy embroidery kits, like the little hand embroidery kits, because I thought it would just be like a calming activity, which I'm still down, dude. Again, it's very similar to my, like the appeal of walking around reading a book, carrying a book. Like the people who like knit or embroider or sew, like, I don't know why that's so appealing to me. I think it's just that it's not as common for people to have little hobbies, just things that you do by hand these days. And especially because all of my work and schoolwork is pretty much all done on computers. Like, I just want to do an activity that's like calming and doesn't involve screens. So yeah, it's still something that I'm interested in, but it's like, if I actually want to do this in 2020, I should like just join a class. I don't know where they would offer sewing classes, but it's New York. I'm sure there's plenty of options. Yeah, so that one is a no. Next, earn 2K monthly from Adsense. So that means Google AdSense, the ads on my videos. Yeah, so AdSense, baby. I've talked a lot about money and my income and stuff, debt and everything this year. So if you're caught up on my videos, you already know. I've definitely earned way more on AdSense than ever before this year. Like my internet analysis videos and my channel started to take off like right at the beginning of this year. But at the beginning of the year, I was not expecting that YouTube would be my only job. I was still in England at the time, but I was planning on moving back, starting school, and probably getting another barista job, either at Starbucks or somewhere similar. So yeah, I hadn't even, stop trying to pick up the AirPods. I had not even imagined that YouTube could be my only job. But the 2,000 monthly was like, well, first of all, I had never it took me a long time to even hit like $1,000 in a month on AdSense. For like years and years, I would earn between like $200 to like $500 a month on AdSense. So yeah, once I passed 1,000 and then I was regularly earning over 1,000 from AdSense, I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. But obviously in terms of like a job, like that's a good, like, I don't like side hustle. That's a good extra income, but like I can't live off of $1,000 a month. So like that would always be in addition to other jobs and other income. So yeah, I was hoping if I could hit 2,000 a month from AdSense, then that would cover most of my expenses. And then if I worked another job and could earn another 1,000 or something, then I would be good. So I'm going to go through, I've looked at what my earnings were. And that would have been my YouTube earnings, like without considering any brand deals. Cause like brand deals are so sporadic. Like you never know when you're going to get them. And sometimes you get like 3 brand deal offers in 1 month, which is like, I don't like to do that many ads that close together. And then you have like months where you get no offers. And it's like, come on. I get that like brands usually want to do sponsorships during like the holidays or like certain seasons, but still it makes it very hard to have a regular income and anything that's like reliable. But also AdSense very much fluctuates. So, I can't breathe. I should breathe. I always get to the point in the podcast where I'm like, slow down. It's hard to like talk to yourself for this long though. Every time it makes my throat sore. It's fine. I'm having fun. As I said, I'm home by myself, and am I going to hang out with people this weekend? No. So recording a podcast is the next best thing. So from January to June of this year, I made between 1,000 and 1,800 each month. So I never hit that 2,000 mark. But even, yeah, making between $1 to $1,800-ish was like very exciting. And then, I think June was when I hit like 1,800. So I was like, oh good, I'm close to my 2,000. Like maybe next month, if I'm lucky, I'll hit 2,000. And then all of a sudden the next month in July, I blew that out of the water. And like, that was my biggest AdSense month ever by far. Like, that was crazy. And then actually September has been my biggest AdSense month ever. And it's such a weird thing to have like a really good month on YouTube because like, it's just so strange for your like income to suddenly be like way higher than your usual. It's just like, oh, this is weird. This doesn't feel like real money. And then it's deposited into your bank account and you're like, okay. But in like the happiest way possible. So anyway, yes, September was my best month ever. And then the next month, October, was my lowest month that I've had since July, but it was still over 2,000. So it's not like it was low, but like it was low compared to my best month ever. It's very weird how quickly your like expectations and standards can change. Like, especially in something like YouTube, like nothing's reliable. Nothing is predictable, but you do kind of get to like, you can kind of expect like your minimums. Like as if I'm not making like trash videos, I could still get like a decent amount of views. But as you saw, maybe in October, my topics they weren't like recommendable necessarily. So that's why my AdSense dropped so much. But I'm hoping that this month will be better. I just posted my video, the You're Not Relatable video, and it has been probably 24 hours now, and it already passed 150,000 views. I was like, what? Like last month, all like 4 of my videos like struggled to hit even like 70, 80,000 views within like a week or so. And then this one gets 150,000 in one day. It's so weird. It's like such a, I don't know. I'm always just like, I'm pleasantly surprised, but I'm not going to make this like my standard expectation because I don't want to let myself down, but I am really excited. So that's how I feel right now. Anyway, my AdSense goals. As I said, the original goal was earning about $2,000 a month from Adsense, and I did the math, and in the first 10 months of this year, I have averaged $3,000 a month in AdSense, which is crazy. So I did meet and surpass that goal, which it's always great. It's funny because I was only about 9 months younger when I wrote this list, but me 9 months ago had no idea where me in November of 2019 would be. You know, like, it's so crazy, like, what can happen in life. I love talking about my past self that, like, wasn't even that long ago. No, but really, it's like, especially, again, on YouTube, and I know, like, not very many of you are YouTubers, so you can't relate to this, but it's just weird not knowing, like, exactly how things will be and not having, like, a path of progression. Like, YouTube can just be so random, and, like, it can be brutal, but then it can be, like, so exciting. So it's a very, very weird and interesting and wonderful situation to be in. So that's that goal. Good for me. Good for my bank account. Good for my debt payoff journey. Next goal was make friends and be social. Do I even have to tell you that obviously did not happen? It's so bad. This has been on my goal list, like, every year, my whole life. I've always been like, hey, like, this year I need to put effort in. I need to try to make friends. I need to socialize. It's just not going to happen. It's truly not going to happen. If I had somebody who lived, like, in Queens, like, near me, then maybe I would hang out with them. But even then I'm like, not guaranteed. But, like, I have friends who live in Brooklyn, and it's like, it's really hard to travel from Brooklyn to Queens. So it's like, do I want to spend, like, an hour or an hour and a half on the subway? And it's like, no, nobody does. Not really. You know how it is, especially when you live in a city, like, and it's a pain to get, like, across town or wherever. Like, it kind of limits your social circle because you're like, I don't want to go that far. You don't want to go that far. We're not going to meet halfway. It's fine. Oh, this is sad. This is, like, the sad goal. I have not made any friends, I would say. I mean, I've met some girls in my classes, and that's great. We, like, hang out after class in my chem class, and, like, those are truly the only people that I've, like, hung out with outside of class. But also it's like, you know, we're leaving class and then we're heading to, like, a different campus, so it's like, but it is good. I mean, I don't know. It's nice to have friends in your classes. It's nice to have people to, like, ask about homework. That's sad. But yeah, I've put in zero effort, and that's why I have not reached this goal. I'm not gonna be a social person, you know? Like, I wish my best friend would move to New York. McKenna, if you're listening, or any of my best friends, but they all are enjoying California, and most of them live in LA right now. Actually, some of them are still back in Orange County. Either way, they live in Southern California. Like, nobody's gonna move to New York at this moment. Next goal, stay organized with finances, track income, pay quarterly taxes. Wow, that is another goal that I have done. I have totally stuck to this one. As I have mentioned, hello, hi sirens. As I've mentioned in multiple videos, I track all of my expenses and transactions every single month, and then I put them into a spreadsheet, and I love it now. It's like one of my favorite things. And I have been paying my quarterly taxes. Your girl is being responsible this year, finally. But also, this is the first year that I've had YouTube as such a, like, it's my only job. In the past, YouTube hasn't been, like, too significant of a part of my income. So it wasn't as big of a deal to be more responsible. But as always, staying organized is a great thing. So I'm glad that I've done that. Next one, post podcast and Tiffany Ferg weekly. That is a claim, I must say. I looked at it. This is really sad. You guys are already aware of this, and that's why you keep asking me for more podcasts. Have I posted my podcast weekly? Absolutely not. I have only posted 8 podcasts this year, including this very episode. That is so horrible. That is truly terrible. Actually, no, I don't think that's right, actually. Good, I'm wrong. This is so unnecessary. It's like either one or two other podcasts. When was this posted? Okay, one more. Stupid. Okay, so whatever I said, 8 podcasts. I actually posted 9. I did post one in January while I was still in England. So 9 episodes this year, that's terrible. I'm sorry. In 2020, I will try to post at least every 2 weeks. I do really enjoy the podcast, and I think it is worth my time. I may not be able to do weekly, but 2 episodes a month is totally doable. And then Tiffany Ferg vids, it's so frustrating. Every month I'm like, okay, it's my time. I should do at least 4 videos a month. If I can do that, then I'll be chilling. And then I either travel or I get busy with school or anything else comes up in life and I just don't do it. I will say though, these videos at least do take me a lot of time. Like in past years, I could like film, edit, and upload a video all on the same day. And now like it takes me a full like 5 to 7 days to make each internet analysis. So it's like, I can kind of give myself a break there. It's really, really hard to hit those deadlines. And also I don't like rushing my videos. I would never want to like rush an internet analysis and not have it be good just for the sake of posting sooner. So I think I have averaged about 3 Tiffany Ferg videos every month. So that's not terrible. But again, I would like to somehow be better at that. Maybe, depending on how much I am making in 2020, maybe I can justify getting an editor or some other help. But I would really like to work with someone like in person because my editing feels so personal to me, as it does, I'm sure, with every YouTuber who edits for themselves. And I just wouldn't want my videos to seem different. And especially with the internet analysis, like I feel like it would take more time to tell someone like how to put these different clips and little snippets and screenshots in than it would for me to actually just do it myself. So I don't know, but there's got to be ways that I can maybe make myself more productive and make it easier for me to post on a regular basis. I don't know. We'll see. Am I going to be making boss moves in 2020? We'll see. Boss as in paying someone to be a part-time video editor? Maybe. And my last thing on my goal list, I've already kind of mentioned, was credit card balances. At the beginning of 2018, it was around 10,000. At the end of 2018, it was at 9,000. And then by the beginning of 2019-ish, it was back up to 10,000. And I have finally paid it off. I can't believe that. I still can't. So yeah, my credit cards are gone, baby. Well, they're not gone, but they're paid off, baby. I actually finally saw my updated credit score. My score went up 44 points, bitch. My score was at like a 790. It's in the excellent range. It is so close to 800. And once I pay off my student loans, I actually don't know if that'll increase my score or decrease it. Because sometimes paying off your loans too quickly, like, hurts your score. I don't know. Why does it work this way? But I'm very excited. That's really been like the most significant change of my year so far, is feeling really capable and proud of myself in terms of earning money and spending money responsibly and paying off my debt responsibly. I'm really proud of myself, and I hope that 2020 is even better, but it's crazy. This was a great year, guys. It's not even done yet. Got 2 more months, baby, or like a month and a half-ish. Wow. And then 2020. Should I give some spoilers to my 2020 goals? Okay, let's do that. We have a couple more minutes to discuss. I would say in 2020, first of all, I'm going to be so distracted by the primary. Caution, political content. I always have to give a content warning there. I won't get into it right now. But obviously, I'm very invested in this election and the primary. And the first voting will begin. The Iowa caucus will be in February, I believe. Yeah, all of 2020, my mind is going to be so focused on politics as much as it already is. But it's crazy to me to imagine, first of all, praying to the political gods / praying to the people, that Bernie, of course, will be the nominee. Dude, I could flip a fucking desk right now at how excited I would be if Bernie were nominated. I believe he is totally the right person for the job. He would be such a strong contender against Trump. He would smash him, and I think he would beat him handily. So that would be my not a goal, obviously, personal goal, but that would be my dream of 2020. And then obviously him beating Trump and actually being elected president. Bitch, no. I can't even imagine. I'm crying. The tears are going to come out of my eyes at the thought of that. So gotta calm myself down. But 2020 is going to be a big year for me because I just registered for my spring classes and I'm officially a senior in college. Sorry for the clapping. That probably sounds terrible in your headphones. But yeah, I'm so excited to be almost in my last year of university, college. I love calling it uni. Like, what? Am I British now? So yeah, I am supposed to graduate with my bachelor's degree in media studies in December of 2020. So I'm really gonna have to power through my last year of classes, and it's just crazy to think, like, by this time next year, that we could have a President Bernie, and then we could have a soon-to-be graduated Tiffany. Is that crazy? And then in addition to that, I could potentially by then pay off all my bitch-ass student loans. A girl could graduate debt-free. Oh my God. And then we go into 2021, and I don't want to think that far ahead, but yeah, it's interesting. But then I'm like, okay, what else am I going to do in 2020? Again, it's kind of the same shit. Like, my goals are similar every year. I want to keep reading. I want to keep going to the gym. I would really love for myself to get into a habit where I like the gym. I actually do kind of enjoy it now. I don't like love it, but once I get there, I'm like, this is not that bad. Like, I can either do my little workouts using my app, or I can use the elliptical. I'm such a fan of ellipticals, dude. I just get on the elliptical, listen to a podcast for like 30 minutes, and then I'm like, all right, I'm good. That's some cardio for the day. So yeah, I'm very proud of myself overall, and I'm excited for next year, and I hope that you guys have had a good 2019 so far. If you're watching this on YouTube, let me know in the comments down below if you have accomplished any of your goals this year. Is that my air? Okay, this is good timing to end it. Here's the thing. We're back in the season where my whole building has, is it central heating? I don't know the difference. But we have these heaters that just turn on, and they have this lovely hissing sound that makes it very difficult to film videos. So that's fun, but it's fine. At least I have heating, you know? At least I'm not freezing in my apartment, because that would be much worse. Anyway, yeah, clearly my voice is going out, but thank you guys so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Let me know how you're feeling. Let me know if there are any other goals that I should maybe pursue next year. And if you have any book recommendations, let me know. I'm always looking for new books. I should really start going to the library or just buying books secondhand in local stores, because I should stop buying most things on Amazon, but especially books. Like, it's so important to keep actual book shops open and support them in your neighborhood instead of supporting bitch-ass Amazon, bitch-ass billionaire Jeff Bezos. Can we talk about billionaires real quick, actually? I'm like trying to finish this, but also listen to that sound. I don't know if you can hear it. Billionaires are little bitches, and this is what makes my podcast explicit in terms of podcast content, because I'm calling billionaires bitches. Honestly, though, like this year, especially because of Bernie, but because of a lot of other rhetoric around wealth inequality and income inequality, like, I don't think there's any reason for billionaires to exist. Like, nobody can earn $1 billion. Like, these people are making the majority of their money from investments and it's not taxed as much as income, and it's just like so backwards. And I would just fucking love for Bill Gates to be taxed out of his fucking ass. And he would, have you seen the memes that are like Bill Gates was like, what if I get taxed like $100 billion? What would I have left? And everyone's like crunching the numbs. Oh, you would have $6 billion left. Oh no, what would he do? Like, that's the only thing I've been retweeting like the past few days is like anti-billionaire memes, which, whew, we love it. Anyway, all right, I'm really done now. Thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned for my next episode, hopefully in 2-ish weeks. Okay, thanks. Bye.